guys, I'm Fazal. Thanks for watching me. Today I'm gonna get the derivative of trigonometric functions. So I continue differentiation rules with 8th rule. In this function, as we see, f of x equals sine u. For getting the derivative of this function, first of all, you should get the derivative of u. It's u prime times, no, you should get the derivative of sine. The derivative of sine is cosine. Now we want to get the derivative of cosine u. For getting the derivative of cosine, first you should get the derivative of u. The derivative of u is u prime times, then you should get the derivative of cosine. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. In next function, for getting the derivative of tangent u, first, like before, you should get the derivative of u. The derivative of u is u prime times, now you should get the derivative of tangent. The derivative of tangent is 1 plus tangent squared u. According to this formula, we can replace secant squared instead of 1 plus tangent squared u. For getting the derivative of cotangent u, first you should get the derivative of u. It's u prime times, no, you should get the derivative of cotangent. The derivative of cotangent is negative 1 plus cotangent squared u. There is another trigonometric formula which says 1 plus cotangent squared x equals cosecant squared x. According to this formula, we can replace cosecant squared instead of 1 plus cotangent squared u. As we see, there is a negative for cosine and cotangent. Okay guys, in these functions, power is 1. There is another formula which says when has a power, for getting the derivative of this, first you should bring the power down times, then you should get the derivative of u. It's u prime times, now you should get the derivative of this term. For example, here it's sine. The derivative of sine is cosine times, in the end, you should reduce the power by 1. Okay guys, in this example, we should get the derivative of this function. According to the formula, this term is u. First, we should get the derivative of u. According to the power rule, you should bring the power down and times in the coefficients and put it next to the x. It's 8 pi x. Now you should reduce the power by 1. It's 1 times, no, you should get the derivative of sine. According to the formula, the derivative of sine is cosine. Now you should repeat u. 4 pi x squared. In this example, you should keep the coefficient this term is u According to the formula, you should get the derivative of u, so you should bring the power down and times in the coefficient. It's 6. Now reduce the power by 1. It's x. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. Repeat u. 3x squared. Next problem. Okay guys, this example is a radical function. I explained how to get the derivative of radical functions in last video. According to the rule, m is 3, n is 2, and tangent x is u. So for the up, you should write n2 times u prime. For getting the u prime, according to the rule, the derivative of tangent x is 1 plus tangent squared x. For down, you should write m times m again. Repeat u. Tangent. For the power, you should put n minus n. 3 minus 2. It's 1. According to the rule, you can replace secant square instead of 1 plus tangent squared x. So it can be 2 times secant square x. For the down, 3 times 3 again, tangent x. Next example. Okay guys, in this example, this term is u. According to the formula, first you should bring the power down. 3 times. Now you should get the derivative of u. As u is a radical function, so according to the rule, for up, you should get the derivative of this. The derivative of x is 1. Because the power is 1, just the coefficient is the derivative. And for down, you should write 2 times square root of x. Now you should get the derivative of cotangent. The derivative of cotangent is negative. You can write the negative here. 1 plus cotangent square times. Now you should reduce the power by 1. It's cotangent square Next problem. Okay guys, f of x is a radical function. So according to the rule, m is 3, n is 1, and this term is u. F prime of x is n1 times u prime. Forgetting the u prime, as u is a trigonometric function, so according to the rule, first you should get the derivative of this term. The derivative of this term is coefficient 2 times, no, you should get the derivative of cotangent. The derivative of cotangent is negative 1 plus cotangent squared 2x. For down, according to the rule, you should put m3 times m again 3 u cotangent 2x. For the power, you should put m minus n. 3 minus 1, it's 2. Next problem. Okay guys, in this example, as you see, two trigonometric functions multiply each other. There is product rule here. I explained product rule and quotient rule in another video, which is differentiation rules part 1. Okay, according to the product rule, first we should get the derivative of this term. For getting the derivative of this term, first we should get the derivative of u. As you see, here power is 1, so the coefficient is the derivative. 3 times. No, we should get the derivative of tangent. The derivative of tangent is 1 plus tangent squared 3x times this term plus, no, we should get the derivative of this term. For getting the derivative of this term, first we should get the derivative of u. Here there is quotient rule. According to the quotient rule, for up, the derivative of pi, as pi has the constant value, the derivative of it is 0. 0 times x is 0. Minus, no, you should get the derivative of x. As the power is 1, so just the coefficient is the derivative. It's 1. 1 times pi, it's pi. And for down, you should repeat x to the 2 times, no, you should get the derivative of sine. The derivative of sine is cosine. So for this term, there is cosine pi over x. No, you should times in this part. Tangent 3x. In this example, there is quotient rule. According to the quotient rule, for up, first you should get the derivative of sine. The derivative of sine is cosine times this term. Repeat this term. Minus, no, you should get the derivative of this term. For getting the derivative of this term, as two terms sum each other, so you should get the derivative one by one. For getting the derivative of this term, first you should get the derivative of u. The derivative of u is the coefficient. It's 2 times, no, you you should get the derivative of cosine. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. Now you should get the derivative of 3. As 3 has the constant value, so the derivative of it is 0 times sine. And for down, you should repeat this term to the 2. Next problem. Okay guys, another radical function. According to the rule for up, we have u prime. This term is u. So you should get the derivative of this term for up. As this term is a trigonometric function, so according to the rule, first you should get the derivative of this term. The derivative of this term is the coefficient. It's 5 times. No, you should get the derivative of sine. The derivative of sine is cosine. Five x. For down, according to the rule, you should write 2 a square root of u sine 5x. Okay guys, I record these videos for your love. Please give it back to me with subscribe and like. Thanks. Okay guys, for getting the derivative of this trigonometric function, first of all, you should bring the power down. It's 3 times. Now you should get the derivative of this term. As two functions sum each other, so you should get the derivative one by one. For this term, first you should get the derivative of this term. It's 2, the coefficient, times. Now you should get the derivative of sine. The derivative of sine is cosine. So it's cosine 2x plus. For this term, you should keep the coefficient 3 times. The derivative for this term is the coefficient. It's 5. Now you should get the derivative of cosine. The derivative of cosine is negative sine 5x. Now you should repeat this term and reduce the power by 1. It's sine 2x plus 3 cosine 5x to the 2. Okay guys, for getting the derivative of this trigonometric function, first you should bring the power down. It's 3 times. Now you should get the derivative of u. As u is a radical function, so according to the rule, m is 5 and n is 2. For the up, you should write n 2 times. Now you should get the derivative of x. The derivative of x is 1. And for down, you should put m 5 times 5 again. For the power, you should put m minus n. 5 minus 2, it's 3. Times, no, you should get the derivative of cosine. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. Of x squared. Times, no, you should reduce the power by 1. It's cosine 5th root of x squared. Reduce the power by 1. It's 2. Okay guys, bye.